Is of the water, and in the water, and made thereof crooked and winding.
The mission of Cleveland Public Theater is about compassion and raising consciousness. And that's really the core of what theater is about. Really thinking through how we relate to other people, but also being aware of ourselves and our impact. I think anytime an artist engages with like a political topic or a topic in which you really want people to change behavior, you just immediately run into like the everyone needs to recycle, or it becomes so abstract. It's like, how do I really use this? In the case of Fire on the Water, we had multiple directors, multiple theater companies all coming together. And that mitigates some of that risk, but it also means that everyone's getting inspired by each other and learning from each other about how to really address something core that needs to change before all these other behaviors are going to change.
One of the pieces I had the pleasure of performing in was a piece called Chlorine, and it featured a woman, Andrea, who was at the start of the scene holding a blue plastic bag in her hand and trying to decide if she was going to go to the trouble of hanging on to it, finding a spot in her storage to deposit it, or to go through the trouble of finding a place to recycle it. Looking at themes like plastic pollution in Lake Erie and combined sewer overflow, being connected with these ideas related to waste was an opportunity for us as a staff to look at purchasing compostable materials and also installing these bins and instructional signage.
A toast to clean water, oh fresh water, pure and clean. Now every year is a year of clean water in Cleveland, if you know what we mean. We are no longer a city known for our mistake. We are now known as a green city on a blue lake.
We basically presented a play with a touch of green and with the emphasis on sustainability, just to have a little fun and also teach some people about Tri-C in the city and how we are immersed in green. I think the students were maybe like I was, not so versed in recycling and sustainability, and I think they learned something, had some fun, and I'm sure now it'll be more on their minds.
A lot of our repertory comes out of concerns that we learn about connected to people in our community because we have such strong community ties. And you'll find in the breadth of our repertory that water is this theme that keeps showing up in different sort of forms as metaphor usually. I mean, an inlet is a body of water and it's in our logo. So it's going to show up periodically. So it's been a really interesting experiment with each of the elements, and water has this particularly healing, nurturing aspect to it that I've really enjoyed working with as a choreographer.